Hey, how you doing, guys? Welcome back to one of my videos, and I hope you learned something today, because that's the whole point, guys, of this video. It's not just to run my mouth and, waste time, waste your time, waste mine. It's actually for you guys to actually grow and learn something. So yeah, if you tuned into this one, hit a like, and let's get to it, guys. As you can check out the topic, today I just want to talk about how I'm in graphic design and how I got there, and how I grew from being a designer that sucked to being a guy that works on multiple international projects, and how I grew from just being that basic guy to a hell of a designer. And the reason I'm saying a hell of a designer, guys, because when you're good, you're good. Let me tell you something. When you're good at something, guys, not only is the confidence in yourself, but you can feel the energy around you that everybody knows that you're good. And then in the design world, this is how you know you're good, guys. When the projects that you do are approved by management. Now, you can either work for that one company, whatever size it is, or you can work in a company that's like a design agency that does work for multiple companies. So I'm in a environment working for a company whereby the projects that I get are for huge companies, Bridgestone, we have Pirelli, I'm doing big companies that deal with car brandings, government stuff. So basically, before any of those designs are actually approved and someone actually pays, a group of people have to sit, look at your work, judge you, have a discussion among themselves, and then as a panel, as directors, as department heads, decide and say, we like it, we approve it, and we are going to pay, and then you see your work out there, guys. So that's one way that I knew that I'm good, is that my work has passed around so many board members and directors and department heads from different companies, different clients that the company has, and they've actually paid. That's how I knew that I'm good. I knew I'm good, but when the world out there approves you, that's how you know you're good, guys. So in this video, I'm just gonna talk to you guys how I started and where I'm hoping to go and how I grew. So here's what I can say, guys. Anything in this world to get good at it, it's all about repetition. Nothing more, nothing less. You just gotta keep doing over and over and over, just like how I'm doing these YouTube videos. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but I figured I need to start. And that's how I started in graphic design, guys. I just started. Okay, so I started off, guys, but just having passion for cartoons. I wanted to draw them down. I had passion for nature. I just wanted to paint and look at the beautiful surroundings. I'm like, oh, landscape, that's so nice, man. I just fell in love with all of that. I didn't understand what I was doing at the time, but I really just loved the feeling of seeing something and projecting it down on a piece of paper and looking at my work and saying to myself, that looks nice. I could have drawn that leg better. I could have drawn the face better. I could have painted that a little bit better. Let me add some color. And that's how my natural feel for design began, guys, at around the age of 5, 6. Motivated by those around me. There was a guy in my neighborhood that was pretty good at drawing. So I think it also added up to that, because he never wanted to teach me how to draw. What he used to do, he used to draw, show me how he drew it, show me the evidence. He didn't show me how he drew it. He showed me how the completed work, and just to spite me, he would leave the papers there so I can know that who's the big daddy, who drew Batman or Superman better. And that drove the fire in me to actually say, you know what? I want to be better than him. And that's where my spark began, guys. At the age of 6, I was just been drawing on pieces of paper. By the time I got to the 7th grade, I won the painting competition at my school. That's when I knew I was onto something. My mom at the time was like, he's an art guy. Oh, look at him, art man, art man. It was just a hobby for her and me. She didn't really think it was nothing serious. But guys, I'm telling you, if your kids got talent, grow upon that. Grow the talent with them, because that's just how they might just make those millions. You know what I mean? So By the time, guys, I got to the age of 18, when I went to varsity, again, I knew that, listen, I need something to do with art, you know. And I didn't go to art school, guys. I ended up going to a multimedia. That's what I did with multimedia. I hoped there was art in there. But it turns out there was just a whole lot of IT. 10% of it had to do with graphic design. And luckily, I enjoyed working with computers, right? So, but what I found out was that if I really wanted to be an art guy, I should have went to art school for graphic design, specifically in the School of Arts. But I went to multimedia, which is more of an IT thing. So what happened, guys? I started teaching myself to get good at graphic design. Because remember, I've always loved it. It was a passion of mine. But to get good at anything, you have to do it, guys. You don't need a lecturer to teach you how to be good. You know, the crazy programmers that you know about, you know, the Elon Musks, Bill Gates himself, you know, these guys taught themselves programming. So with me, I taught myself design. By the time I graduated, I really thought that I would have known so much from the lecturer, but it turns out I didn't know much, guys. And most of what I knew by doing on the weekends, by doing my own research, by doing side jobs, side hustles. And over the years, my knowledge on design got better. And I really just went exceptional with it because I was driven by curiosity. You know, you look at a poster, you look at an ad, you're like, who did this? How did they do this? And you can multiply that over 10 years, guys, whereby every day, every week, you're asking yourself, how did this designer do this? I want to do it better. And I learned over the years, and I just got good, guys, you know. So that's how I started, guys. First being curious, just doing it. Not knowing what I'm doing, but just doing it. Doing the logo, doing the t-shirt design, doing the flyer, guys. Sometimes favors, those free jobs, guys. You know, if you're starting off, you probably want to make some money. We all love money. But I'm telling you right now, guys, I used to never get paid for it. Those free jobs helped me become the designer that I am today. So do some free jobs, guys, but try to get paid when you can't get paid. You know what I mean? So that's about being better, guys. If you want to be better at it, you just got to keep doing it. You can't wait for someone to tell you that, okay, at 8 o'clock, you got to go now and push your dream. You got to go push your hustle. It's got to be on you, guys. You got to tell the girls to wait. You got to tell the guys to wait. Focus on your purpose. Focus on your hustle. Focus on your talent. Grow it, because that's what's going to feed you. That's how you're going to be the breadwinner in the future, by being good at what you were born to do, guys. You know, I knew I was a designer, but I wanted to be an exceptional designer. And that takes time, just like anything else. So push your hustle, guys. If you're a good plumber, learn everything about plumbing. If you want to be a good lawyer, go hard on your law. Don't wait for your lecturer to give an assignment. Follow some lawyers that you inspired to. Try to mimic what they did. Try to go for the small certificates they went to. Every knowledge is good knowledge. You know what they say? Bad publicity is good publicity. Well, every piece of knowledge in the world of knowledge is good knowledge, guys. That one thing that you learned how to do different today may impact the next 20 years, guys. So knowledge is something great. It's something crazy, guys. You know, so I also want to talk about my first job, guys. On my first job, luckily for me, guys, it wasn't too fast-paced, okay? It wasn't too fast-paced. So it allowed me to do a couple of designs in a day. If I had to compare that to where I am right now, I don't think at that age and the knowledge I had, I would have made it, guys. So once again, guys, if you're seeing a job ad, for example, looking for a graphic designer, try to find out how the working environment is like or what they expect from you. Don't just look at the salary, guys, because normally most of the time, the salary matches the kind of pressure that you have to deal with. You know, when I was a young guy, my mom said apply to everything. And luckily for me, which is unfortunate at the time, none of the companies took me. But you need to apply, guys, where you know you can handle, where you know you can grow. You know, when you're very lucky, you can find a company whereby There's someone in the department that is willing to show you what they know and you grow with them. In other companies, guys, they do not have the time to be teaching you anything. The minute you get in there, it's showtime. Whether you just start on a Monday or a Wednesday, they're going to give you that work and they need it delivered by deadlines. All of a sudden, it's boom, pressure, sky roof high. You know what I mean? So you need to know, guys, how good you are, the type of job that you want, and try to apply where you know you are capable of handling the pressure. Now, we're not saying you can't grow, but be careful, guys, where you apply. You know what I mean? So with me, I started off on a job. Luckily, the pressure was a little bit slow. It was a slow environment. And that's how I learned, guys, doing small jobs, small tenders, and going home, finishing it off, learning some more. How could I have done this better? Who do I know that does it better? Talking to those people, watching some YouTube videos. And over the years, I grew, guys. And don't ever be too excited by changing companies and making a whole lot of money. Sometimes that company that loves you, that wants to help you grow, but doesn't pay you much, is probably the best thing that'll ever happen to you as a rookie starting out on something, because you need that knowledge, guys. And I can tell you right now, these school degrees are not enough. You need that knowledge. When you got a mentor, someone who can show you how it's done over a long period of time, with your own hustle, with your own curiosity pushing you, you become good at what you do, guys. Trust the process. That's all I can say. Trust the process. So that's what I can tell you, guys. If you're starting out, slow down. Learn. Take in all the information. Take in all of the information. It really helps in the long run, guys. That's how you become basic to goddamn professional. Okay, so talking about the design industry, guys, depending how good you are and what type of design you want to do, there's enough money. Let me just put that out there, guys. When COVID hit, design, social media marketing, stocks for that went sky roof high, guys. All of a sudden, designers can be like, I don't take the salary. I don't feel like it's too small. You get recruiters calling you, asking you, are you free? Would you like for a so-and-so company? And you just pull their legs sometimes and be like, okay, guys, send me the email. I'll go through it. I'll get back to you when I feel like. And these are things that happen to me, guys. I used to push out my CVs, and now they call me because I'm in this CV portals, So the recruiter, sometimes they can search through CVs, and when there's certain positions that are available that only a few people can do in the country, in the world, best believe they want to be calling you, asking, hey sir, are you free? There's a job post. And I'll just play with them sometimes, like, I'm a little bit busy, let me get back to you later. Please send me the full job requirements. Let me see what this company is all about. I'll never tell them that I'm working and I'm making some money. I'd always pretend as if I'm a freelancer willing to work for them depending on what the conditions are. But in reality, I knew that I'm not leaving that company, because the company I was at, not only was it paying good, I was lucky to actually be dealing with people who have interest in seeing me grow, guys. People who understood that you can't come in there and know everything, guys. I've been in the game for the last 10 years, and I can tell you right now, you don't know everything. Even I don't know anything. But when you're good and you know how to look for the information, you can bypass anything, guys. So for all the young guys out there trying to be designers, learn at a steady rate, guys. Try to learn more than one thing. I started off with Photoshop, completely learned Illustrator on my own. I was told the toughest app is Illustrator. And I was very curious, like, why do people say that? I went in there, I found out, guys, oh my God, Illustrator was something else. But over the years, bit by bit, first learning layout, what does this tool do? How do I sort this out? How do I create this? Multiplied over 10 years, guys, using it almost every day, every week. I can proudly say here under oath that I learned a couple of softwares on my own, thinking that I was going to find them in varsity, thinking that somehow they're going to be easy. I'll just get to know it like that because I know this other software, it might just relate to this one. Zero, guys. You need to do your own research. You need to do your own repetition. It's a repetition game, guys. Seek and you shall find. Practice and you shall get better. That's the message I have for y'all guys today. So, yes, I approve. If you're a young guy and you want to be a graphic designer, do it. The money is good. The pressure, it varies, but you can handle anything in this world, guys. The more your money goes up, the higher in position you go, the pressure always goes out. So we're not going to question the pressure here. We're just going to focus on why you should become a designer on a career path and how you can grow to become better, you know. And the cool thing with design, guys, you can always branch out to certain areas of design, you know. Now we have UX, UI, where basically it's the architects to apps and websites. Before an app or a website is built, someone has to do the blueprint. Those guys are getting paid exceptionally well, guys. Exceptionally well. So also look into that. If you don't know what UI, UX designers do, check out other YouTube videos. They're going to give you a hint of what that's all about. But for me, I'm currently a graphic designer full-time, but I'm looking to switch into UI. I do some UI stuff here and there, you know, but I'm not full-blown into it. But I do want to actually end up as a UI designer in the next year or two, you know. With that being said, guys, it's a career path that I enjoy, still enjoy today. I do believe there's room to grow, just like anything else. So for the young guy watching this video, asking yourself if graphic design is something that you should do it. If you're going to be good at it and you're going to be committed at it, go for it, you know. So I started off a couple of years ago, didn't know much. Oh my God, didn't know much. But for every single little problem, I worked at it, guys. I sorted it out. I did a lot of free jobs, painful at the time, but all these favors, your aunt calling, hey, do my wedding card, young man. You know that aunt is not going to pay you, but you do it anyways. You know, you got the friend who does favors for you time to time, but this is business. Now he doesn't know how to draw the line. Like, yo, help me out with this design quickly, bro, please. You're not happy, he's not paying you, but he's your friend, you do it. I had so many of situations like that starting out. Too many. But guess what? Each and every assignment made me better. I grew over the years doing all these small bits and pieces of stuff, guys. You know, so do it, guys. Apply, be a graphic designer if you want to be one. If not, recommend it to other people or show anyone else this video that just wants to hear from a graphic designer what they might expect and how other people feel with it. For me, I loved it. Self-taught. I went to school for it, but I found that in multimedia, it wasn't really about graphic design. So I did a lot of programming and other things in there, but I had to teach myself to be a graphic designer. So that's another point that you can take out from this, is that it is possible to learn it without going to school. You know, I mean, look at you guys like Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk. Those people learn programming without school, guys. Bill Gates and all these guys. It is possible. You put your mind into it and you want to get better at it, it's possible, guys. So that's my story, guys, how I'm a graphic designer. Perhaps one day I'm going to do a day in the life of a graphic designer like myself. Maybe show you guys some work that I've done and how I do that work. But today it's just to say that, hey, listen, I'm just a regular Joe that's good at something. And this is how I got good at it. And I actually recommend to other guys to actually do it. You know, I'm not the first designer, I'm not the last designer. But speaking of my own experience, the only way I got good, guys, was doing the paid jobs and the free jobs that no one likes. So do your thing, guy. Do your thing, girl. For me, this is where I check out, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'm going to see you on the next video, guys. Hopefully I'll have something that links more on how to actually grow from graphic design and maybe show you guys some of my work. But till then, guys, see you on the next video. All right.